what do you think of the Maui field?
I think it's, it's terrific again, and, on our side, I focused on, we're focused on that, obviously, got Chaminade, and then also, BYU, who, lost a heartbreaker last night. They lost to Boise, I think, in overtime last night at Boise. Boise's good, and then, but they won at Houston, so they're more capable, and then UCLA and Mix got them off to a fast start, so, yeah, it's good, and then, of course, on the other side, there's really good teams on the other side, but most people will point to Michigan State because they're rated so high, but yeah, it's a great field.
You've got a lot of familiarity with a lot of these coaches, I mean, most coaches, I guess, at this point, right? But does that make it more fun to get over there and see?
Yeah, for some familiarity, but I've never coached against Mick,
Right.
Never coached against, I believe it's Mark,
Pope, yeah.
And I actually coached against him when he played, but never as a coach. And on the other side, I don't know that, never played Anthony, never played Tom Crean, and then did we play Tom?
Indiana, in Honolulu.
Oh, that's exactly, and they beat us.
Right.
See, I don't remember our losses. See, that's a sign of a good shooter. He doesn't remember his misses. So you're right. So I have, because we owe him one, and then it's certainly, Izzo, played against him a ton. So and I'll leave that one. I can't remember.
Buzz.
Huh?
Buzz.
Oh yeah, and never coached against him. So yeah, it's a good field, and certainly looking forward to it.
Just a reminder, if you have a question, to raise your hand and one of the gentlemen will bring you a mic. Thank you.
Hey, Bill, how would you, is this on?
Yeah.
How would you assess, how
Can't hear you if it's not.
how would you assess how Tristan's done on defense this year?
Well, the other day was the highlight. He had 4 steals and 7 deflections, which, that's 11 times that he's able to get his hands on balls. So I was happy with him. I think he could become a terrific defender. I don't think he's there yet, but I think he could become a terrific defender. And last game, he did a really good job. These Tennessee State guys, good. They're good, and they have guys that are hard to guard. And for him, especially guarding up, we switch so much, and him, guarding a little 6-foot or 6'1" guard, it isn't an easy assignment. So I thought he did very well.
Bill, David, and Silvio are competing against one another, but also just about the whole 4-guard lineup thing, and it seems to be bringing out a lot in them. Can you just talk about the energy and the competitive drive both of those guys have?
Yeah, they're both great. They both deserve to play, probably more than they are, but that means Doak's not going to play as much, and we can get where we can run 2 game well, then hopefully those guys, we can play 2 bigs more offensively, but so much of it's going to come down, when you look at it from just a skill set and size standpoint. What we do well may not be exactly in line with what the other teams do well. So it'll be game to game in many situations, but both have good attitudes, and they both want to play more, obviously. But the reality of it is, I think it does put an extra oomph into when they get out there, knowing that if it doesn't go great, then somebody else could probably sub in, and if they play well, it may limit your future opportunities, at least in that particular game. So I'm hopeful that with 9 guys, we should be able to keep everybody happy. But it may not play out exactly that way with each and every game, depending on personnel.
Outside of the obvious 3 wins, what's the best thing your team can get out of a trip like this?
I really think when you get away, and there's, we'll have a few family members going, but not a lot, and you get away, and it's just us. I think it's a great opportunity to move forward to becoming a team, because we're not a team yet, and nobody in America is a team yet. But there's going to be some things that happen throughout a season where you actually kind of come together and become a team, and most of those things are usually done away from home, where there's really not that much else going on, and you may think, well, Maui, there'll be a lot going on. There won't be a lot going on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Really Sunday. I mean, all it's going to be going on is preparing to play. So I don't think the distraction bit will be near as great as
important is experience in a tournament like this, or this tournament specifically?
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. You know, that it's not we won it the last time we win, doesn't mean anything, because nobody participated in it that's playing now, so. But, you know, I think maybe from a logistical standpoint or a prep standpoint is maximizing your time and still yet allowing guys to have a little bit of fun, maybe the fact that we've been there, I think I've been there four times. I think this is my fourth time with Kansas, and we went with Illinois, so, you know, we've kind of been around and kind of got a feel with what works from that standpoint, but that didn't have anything to do still with what works during the game. I mean, we had the same routine when we finished 7th as we had when we won it, so I don't know if it helps a lot, but it certainly won't hurt.
I know we won't play with somebody like Mitch, who was there the last time, or has been through this anyway. I mean, can he help these guys kind of prepare for that business approach?
You know, was Mitch there last time?
He was there in Honolulu. That's
Oh, in Honolulu,
Right.
yeah. Well, Doak was too in
Right.
Honolulu. Yeah, but that was a totally different deal. Honolulu, we flew over there and flew right back. I mean, we spent we spent Greg 2 days there. I mean, flew in almost the day before and flew out. So that was a little bit different deal. But yeah, I guess the fact that playing, you know, in the state of Hawaii, I guess with Doak and with Mitch, I guess there could be some experiences we can draw from that, but not many. Thanks. In other words, bad question.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, speaking of that, Mike Young is the coach of Vatech now, not Buzz.
Oh, that's exactly right.
Right.
When you said, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. You said Buzz, and I have coached against Mike. We had a game last year with Wofford.
Yeah.
So they're off to a good start too, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you think about Ochai's play of late, and is he pressing at all?
I would say that his play of late has not been poor, and I just met with him, but it hadn't been great either. He's just kind of been out there. He hadn't made shots the last 2 games, and he's pressing a little bit to do that. But you know, I'm not worried about that. I want him to shoot it when he's open, and I want him to be aggressive. And I think he's going to be a terrific player, and I think he's going through some things that everybody goes through in the necessary steps you have to take to become a real good player. You know, he's had a lot. You know, it's a little bit unrealistic. You know, everybody looks at him maybe as a veteran or returning starter or whatever. He's the least experienced returning starter out there for the most part, because he only played 2/3 of a season. And the other thing is he didn't have many of the experiences before he got to college that a lot of guys have had. So he's just young, and he's going to go through this, and it's good he's going through it, and it's a necessary step for him to become great, and we all know he'll take that. But the biggest thing is he just needs to go out and just be Ochai, just play with a free mind and have fun, and not worry about consequences or what happens. Just go out and play and enjoy it. And he's the nicest, sweetest, conscientious kid that you can possibly coach, but he needs to, you know, he just needs to understand that what others think and him trying to please others is totally irrelevant. Just play for yourself, and play for your teammates, and see what happens, and good things will happen.
And Bill, you kind of joked earlier about not remembering maybe some of the losses, I guess, over there, but in your several trips, what are some of the things that you do remember, whether it's wins or even some of the fun stuff that you get to do with the kids off the court?
Well, you know, I don't remember really very many fun things off the court, except, you know, maybe a celebratory celebration or whatever after a big win, like we had last time that we were there. But for the most part, it is a business trip, and I just think it's fun and cool, because whenever you get 8 teams together and you got a small venue and you're sharing locker rooms, and I mean, we're sharing the same locker room as a team that plays before us, and they're sharing the same one as a team that plays after us, and you kind of get the feel with, obviously with ESPN, that it's a big deal, and you get a part of, you know, be a part of something that's pretty cool. And, you know, every time you look outside, you're looking to water, and it's beautiful. And so those are the things that I basically remember. You know, there was a time we couldn't get the ball across half court against Arizona. I remember that a little bit as well. But, you know, it's been very favorable going over there, and I'm sure this will be another favorable trip.
With Silvio, I know he's been better the last couple of games. He kind of talked about his slow start the other day, and was basically saying it shouldn't happen. I've been here long enough.
But it's not true. Yeah, you know, that's the thing about it is, it's kind of like with Ochai. You know, Silvio was playing high school basketball, and then he came here and without any practice, and we expect him to perform well collegiately, and he didn't until we had to have him, and then he was great. And just because he was great there for 4 or 5 games, everybody's thinking, oh, he's, you know, and he didn't get a chance to play last year, so he's not behind where he should be. He's probably about right where he should be, but you know, because he's not a veteran, and even though I think that he thinks of himself as a veteran because he's been here long enough, he doesn't qualify that in my eyes. I think he's still got some, you know, he's still got a month ahead of him or whatever before he can probably really, you know, say that he knows what to expect and knows the emotions that he's going to feel and knows how to handle nervousness and those sorts of things. He's still going through that right now.
With that spot with David and Silvio, you've kind of gone back and forth. Do you have a preference going forward? Would you like one of those guys to kind of be the consistent starter?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I've always thought our best teams, we all knew who was starting and who was coming off, so yeah, I would think that would be the case. But right now, you know, David's been better, but the way the game ended the other day, Silvio really helped us win, and what he did defensively, maybe nobody else on our team could do quite as well as what he did. So I really don't have a preference. We'll wait and see how practice goes, but you know, coach speak, it doesn't matter who starts, it's who finishes, you know. But I know players don't necessarily buy into that 100%, and really should they? But because I know it is important to some, but I hope it doesn't matter to them. I hope they both know that I see them as both being starters. As far as I'm concerned, we got 6, and I hope they view it that way as well.
You mentioned finishing the games. Can you kind of explain all that goes into keeping Udoka out? Because Silvio obviously played well, but I mean, is it fatigue?
No, that's why I took him out, was fatigue. Yeah, because he was tired. And what was it, about the 6-minute mark or the 5-minute mark? And so I had every intention to put him back in, probably, but unless it became a free throw contest and you want your best free throw shooters in. But I just thought, why take Silvio out after Doak was out, because Silvio performed so well. So and Doak was very happy for Silvio also. So there could be some situations like that where we do that. But yet the last game I thought was the first game in a while where our bigs played big. I mean they were trying to block everything and playing to their standing height, and that was fun to see. But it wasn't like a formula or anything. I just thought Silvio was giving us the best chance to win because of the way they were stretching the floor offensively.
Does Tristan remind you of anybody that you've had defensively?
That we've had here. I don't know that he does. Have we had, you know, the one person that you could say would be Kelly, just because physically they're so similar with their length. But he'd probably be the closest thing. I still think Kelly was bigger, you know, and stronger at this stage. But I'd say Oubre would probably be the closest call.
And just specifically, what do you think of his instincts defensively and then off ball, kind of what he's been able to do?
I think pretty good for a young guy. I do. I think he gets his hands on a lot of balls. I think that when he kind of figures out positioning and that kind of stuff, I think he'll get his hands on more balls because offenses will just throw it to you, not anticipating that length and everything. So I think he's doing well. I think he can rebound better. I think he obviously can play tougher. But defensively, I thought the other day he looked pretty good. And then he's a guy that we hadn't really seen it. You know, when you make a mistake he's a guy that can correct the mistake with his athletic ability, and I think that'll be something we'll see moving forward.
Will Jalen make the trip? No, Jalen's gonna go home, and stay with his family. He could go, but his family, was gone, and so they had insurance fortunately for the trip, and so they were able to recoup most of that, and then,
At least that's what they told me, and then, Jalen spending Thanksgiving and being laid up where you can't really do anything, we thought it was best that he go home.
Coach, do you have any reaction to what's happening at Memphis with James Wiseman?
First of all, I'm happy that James is able to play. We recruited James and his family, and we really liked him a lot. So I'm happy that he was they were able to come to a quick answer, because we know from experience that not always the case. So yeah, I'm happy for James, and I from what I understand reading it, and I'm not an expert on this at all, is that they're appealing the suspension, because I think he's got 10 more left to set, because he's already set 2 if I'm not mistaken. So they'll appeal that, and hopefully they'll get a speedy answer on that, and hopefully a positive one for James's sake. So yeah, I actually saw where Silvio tweeted something last night, and I think that from his standpoint, not always, it may be close, but maybe not totally apples to apples, but maybe not far off. But in kids' mind that had no knowledge and everything else, you're saying 2 years, and now this. So I can sense some frustration probably on his behalf, and certainly understand that, totally. But I don't know enough about that situation to